Hey there! What do missiles in Eastern Europe have to do with the price of eggs in Detroit? A lot more than you'd think. Meet Greg. Greg is just a regular guy trying to survive a grocery store without spending his entire paycheck on cheese and paper towels. He doesn't watch the news much. He doesn't follow global politics. But recently, he noticed something strange. His weekly grocery bill jumped by $42. No new items, no fancy snacks, just more expensive everything. So he asked the question no one could answer with a straight face. Why does a war 5,000 miles away make my cereal cost more? Let's break it down. Imagine the global economy is one massive spiderweb. Tug one strand in one country and the whole thing trembles. Now, picture this. Two major countries, let's call them Bavaria and Petroland, get into a conflict. They're both massive exporters. Bavaria grows wheat. Petroland exports oil. Suddenly, missiles are flying, trade routes are blocked, ports are shut down, and everyone's panicking. Back home in Greg's world, boom. Prices start to rise. Let's start with fuel. Greg doesn't buy barrels of oil, but every truck, ship, and plane that moves his groceries across the country does. And when war causes oil prices to spike, the cost of transportation goes up. Suddenly, that jar of peanut butter didn't just travel 1,000 miles, it traveled 1,000 miles expensively. Even if the peanut butter's made locally, the packaging probably isn't. The plastic lid, made using petroleum, the label, shipped in from overseas, the machine that sealed the jar, imported. So war in another country chokes up the global supply chain, like someone stepping on a garden hose. Less flow, more pressure, higher cost. Next up, wheat. Let's say Bavaria supplied 25% of the world's wheat exports. War breaks out, and now their ports are blocked. Even though Greg's bread is made in Ohio, the global supply of wheat just shrank. That pushes wheat prices up everywhere. And when wheat becomes expensive, it's not just bread. Cereal, pasta, crackers, flour, baked goods. All of it gets a little pricier. Now multiply that across dozens of ingredients and materials. Soybean oil, corn, fertilizer, chicken feed, even the metal used in food processing machines. Conflict in one part of the world makes basic inputs harder to find and more expensive to move. And companies? They're not eating that cost out of kindness. They pass it down to Greg. And Greg starts wondering if toast is a luxury item now. Then there's investor panic. When war breaks out, markets freak out. Commodities like oil, grain, metals go into volatility mode. Speculators start buying up futures, betting on shortages. That spikes prices even more. It's like auctioning off basic survival. And guess what? The average shopper is the one who ends up footing the bill. But it doesn't stop there. Let's say the conflict leads to economic sanctions. That means countries stop trading with one another as a way to apply pressure. Sounds like politics, right? But suddenly, Greg's frozen veggies from country A are stuck at a border. No imports equals fewer goods equals higher prices. It's basic supply and demand, but now on a global panic-fueled scale. Meanwhile, Greg's neighbor Sandra is wondering why her favorite cooking oil is sold out. Turns out the sunflower fields that produced it? Yeah, they're now sitting in the middle of a war zone. Now Sandra can't make her famous fried plantains. And the replacement oil costs twice as much, if she can even find it. This ripple effect spreads everywhere. Restaurants raise prices, cafes increase delivery minimums, even your favorite food truck starts charging for ketchup packets. And here's the kicker. Even if you live in a country totally uninvolved in the war, no troops, no borders, no political stake, you still feel it. Because the global economy doesn't care about borders. It cares about interdependence. Every country depends on something from somewhere else. Oil from here, wheat from there, machinery from over there. So when war disrupts even one major node in the supply chain, prices shift everywhere. Even insurance plays a role. Ships crossing war-affected zones now need extra coverage. Higher insurance premiums mean higher shipping costs, which means that mango from Ecuador just became a fancy fruit. And don't forget currency fluctuation. War makes investors nervous. They pull money from riskier countries and rush to what they think is safe. That changes exchange rate. Now the US dollar might strengthen or weaken. Either way, it affects how much things cost when traded internationally. So while Greg's still pushing his cart down the aisle, wondering why ramen costs more, the answer is scattered across shipping lanes, battlefields, and commodity markets around the world. And it's not just groceries. Energy bills, construction supplies, electronics, all go up too. War may look far away on a map, but in your wallet, it feels very close. And here's the wild part. Sometimes prices go up before a single bullet is fired. Why? Because markets are fueled by fear. Even the threat of war makes investors and companies brace for impact. They preemptively raise prices just in case. So by the time the news breaks, the damage to your budget has already started. And regular folks like Greg and Sandra, they're stuck adjusting to higher prices for reasons they can't even see, let alone control. So in conclusion, when a war breaks out 5,000 miles away, it's not just headlines and political speeches. It's your morning eggs, your grocery list, your total at checkout. Because in a global economy, nothing is truly far away. The world is wired together, and when one wire sparks, we all feel the jolt. If you want me to make other videos explaining these topics, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.